scandalous. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought they could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk.
And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Jackson, they complete it to Hill. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Being chased out left. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. And it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. The quick feet by Jackson. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 13.
Check safety, check safety. Check 43.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And an alley to run. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. 40's the mark, 40's the mark. Stay with
Mayfield on first down. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Check. Fresno. Hey, alert. Pistol. Hey, Delta. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming. Hurry. 40's the mark. Squeeze. I got you.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
Set. 180. Eat. You got nothing today. Hurry.
They'll give it to Chubb. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Hurry. Run. Mike, 55. Check. Go. Here we go.
Mayfield. And it's incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone.
Check 26. Slam.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. From 3 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
the 24-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. The Browns drive about to get started. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
To throw, Mayfield, escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that. And I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Set, 180. Rep. Up, left it. Switch. Up, left it. Hey, orbit.
Here's Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Under 10. 10. Slam.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And some room to work. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down now. It's Henry, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
3rd and 2, here's Jackson. He may try and run. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Check 50, check 50. Check!
Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield is going to fire one deep, middle of the, into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll start the drive with Hill. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 7-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Now Jackson. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Greedy Williams picks it off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Let's go.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Dead, 180. Right there in the middle, 55. So don't say nothing. Pistol. Point it right. Watch out!
Following the interception, Mayfield letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
180! You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Show it up. Up.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game.
Jumping. Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield to throw it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
That's a touchdown right there.
From 21 yards away. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. On 2nd down, here's Henry. Trucks over him and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
They'll run on first down. Henry, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Steps away to his left. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because You would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the deep. And now look at him go. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back them up 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete. He was covered by Denzel Ward.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Focus, defense, focus.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This will be taken about the 12. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Meanwhile, out in Los Angeles, they're in the second quarter now. And the Steelers, they're out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
We own them. We own them. I got you.
And again, it's Chubb. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Good. 180. Right there. 40's Mike. Hey, here we go. I got you.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On 2nd down. It's Henry, and not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. On 3rd down, Jackson flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Big Sears right here. We got to step it up. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They'll run with Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Pick it up. Check your hot read. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Watch the edge. Check. Regular. Crunch.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And down to a knee. That's one way to call a play. And down to a knee. Well, that's one option. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
And a Raven first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
And they will take a knee here.
Jackson on the keeper.
Ready. 52. Check right.
And they take a knee.
Jackson on the keeper.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Jackson from the shotgun. Completes it to Davis. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Jackson on the keeper.
On the ready. 33. Wild Bill.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. This one winding toward a conclusion. And how would you assess how the secondary is played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid. Still pitching a shutout. Here's Jackson, buying time to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Set. 180. 5. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Let's go now. 3. Go to base. 3. Mike. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, Hal.
And they will take a knee here.
Jackson on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Flush to his right. And it's complete. Henry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
And they take a knee.
Jackson on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 38-yard line.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
And they'll indeed take a knee. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. One last shot for Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Cleveland, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.